Imagine this, a country where bridges grow stronger over time because they're alive. A post office floats on a lake, and one village has no doors yet zero crime for centuries. India is full of secrets that will blow your mind. Stick around for all 50. Today we're diving deep into 50 surprising facts about India that showcase its incredible blend of ancient wisdom, modern innovation, and sheer wonder. Each fact gets its full spotlight with clear explanations, real-world comparisons, and little bridges to keep you curious for the next one. If you're loving these hidden gems, hit subscribe now so you never miss the next story that turns everyday knowledge upside down. Let's get started. Fact 1. India is home to the world's highest post office, located in Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, at an astonishing elevation of 14,400 feet above sea level. This remote outpost serves tiny mountain villages where postal workers often trek for hours or even days through snow, rain, and narrow trails, just to collect and deliver mail to the nearest road. It's a powerful reminder that even in the most isolated corners of the planet, human connection through handwritten letters still matters deeply. Fact 2. If mountains aren't extreme enough, Dal Lake in Srinagar hosts the world's only floating post office, built directly onto a traditional wooden houseboat. This unique setup includes a small philately museum inside, attracting tourists who love getting their postcards stamped with a special waterborne postmark. Picture sending mail while gently rocking on the waves. It's like combining the romance of a lake cruise with the practicality of everyday postal service. Fact 3. In 1980, Shakuntala Devi, known as the human computer, mentally multiplied two 13-digit numbers in just 28 seconds. At Imperial College London, a feat so fast it stunned everyone and earned her a Guinness World Record. Her ability showed that with intense training, the human brain could outperform early electronic calculators in raw speed and accuracy. This incredible demonstration still inspires people today to explore the untapped potential of mental calculation. Fact 4. India's space program had incredibly humble beginnings. In 1963, the country's first rocket was so small and light that scientists transported it to the launch site simply by strapping it to the back of a bicycle. They operated out of a converted church because proper facilities didn't exist yet. This bicycle-launched rocket story perfectly captures how determination and creativity can kickstart something as massive as a national space agency. Fact 5. The word shampoo actually comes from the Sanskrit term shampoo, which means to massage or press. Originating in ancient Southern Asia thousands of years ago, early Indians created hair-cleansing mixtures by boiling dried gooseberries and herbs, long before commercial shampoos were invented anywhere else. This ancient ritual turned hair care into a soothing, natural spa experience that influenced grooming practices worldwide. Fact 6. Mumbai's Banjarwali Sea Link is an engineering masterpiece whose total weight equals roughly 50,000 African elephants stacked together, while the steel cables used in its construction are long enough to wrap around the Earth's equator once. This cable-stayed bridge connects bustling city districts over the Arabian Sea, surviving fierce monsoons and heavy traffic every day. It's a stunning example of how modern infrastructure can blend beauty, strength, and massive scale. Fact 7. Until the 18th century, India was the only country on Earth where diamonds were mined and cut, making it the global source for legendary gems like the Kohinoor and the Hope Diamond. These sparkling stones were traded across continents, fueling royal treasuries and epic stories of power and intrigue. India's diamond legacy shaped jewelry traditions and global trade routes for centuries. Fact 8. The childhood board game Snakes and Ladders began in ancient India as Mokshapadam, designed specifically to teach children moral and spiritual lessons. Ladders symbolized virtues such as generosity and faith that help you climb toward liberation, while snakes represented vices like anger and greed that cause you to slide backward. The ultimate goal was reaching the top square, representing moksha or spiritual salvation. But here's the crazy part. Stick around, because we're just getting started. Fact 9. Lonar Lake in Maharashtra was formed over 50,000 years ago when a massive meteorite crashed into basaltic rock at extremely high velocity. creating the only known impact crater of its kind on Earth. Today, the lake is highly saline and supports unique microorganisms found almost nowhere else. Scientists study it as a natural laboratory that connects our planet's violent past to possible clues about life on other worlds. Fact 10. The city Montessori school in Lucknow holds the world record for the largest student enrollment in a single school system, with over 55,000 pupils spread across multiple campuses each year. This giant educational network emphasizes peace education and global harmony alongside academics. It's like running an entire small city dedicated purely to shaping young minds every single day. Fact 11. The binary system of ones and zeros that powers every computer and smartphone today was first conceptualized by the ancient Indian mathematician Pingala in the 2nd century BCE. He described it while analyzing poetic meters and rhythms in Sanskrit literature. This early insight laid invisible groundwork for the entire digital revolution thousands of years later. Fact 12. The village of Mawsynram in Meghalaya holds the Guinness record for the highest average annual rainfall on Earth, receiving around 467 inches of rain every year. That's enough precipitation to completely submerge a 4-story building if it all fell at once. Residents have adapted brilliantly with elevated homes, bamboo umbrellas, and water harvesting systems that turn constant downpours into a way of life. Fact 13. In Meghalaya's dense jungles, the Khasi and Jaintia tribes create living root bridges by guiding the aerial roots of Ficus elastica trees across rivers and gorges over many decades. Unlike steel or concrete structures, these bridges grow thicker and stronger with age, naturally repairing themselves. They can support dozens of people at once and represent one of the most sustainable forms of engineering ever invented. Fact 14. The traditional Hindu calendar recognizes 6 distinct seasons instead of the usual 4: Basantha, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant, and Shishira. Each season carries its own festivals, foods, clothing, and agricultural rhythms that guide daily life. This detailed cycle keeps people deeply connected to nature's subtle changes throughout the year. Fact 15. India is the world's largest producer of milk, accounting for more than 24% of global supply as of recent years and supporting millions of small-scale rural farmers. This massive dairy industry provides livelihoods, nutrition, and cultural staples like yogurt, paneer, and sweets across the country. Every glass of milk you drink has a good chance of tracing back to an Indian buffalo or cow. Fact 16. In Ladak's high desert, Magnetic Hill creates a famous optical illusion where cars left in neutral appear to roll uphill against gravity. Due to the surrounding landscape's deceptive slopes, locals once attributed it to supernatural forces, but it's purely a trick of perspective and angles. Thousands of tourists stop every year to experience this mind-bending phenomenon firsthand. Fact 17. At Punathur Kata Elephant Yard in Kerala, retired temple elephants receive luxurious spa-like treatments, including full-body oil massages, herbal scrubs, and specially prepared nutritious meals. These gentle giants are cared for like royalty to keep them healthy after years of service. It's a heartwarming example of deep cultural respect for animals that goes far beyond basic welfare. Fact 18. India produces roughly 70% of the world's spices, from vibrant turmeric and fiery chilies to fragrant cardamom, cinnamon, and cloves that flavor cuisines everywhere. This dominance began thousands of years ago when spice routes made India a center of global trade. Your favorite curry or chai likely owes its kick to farms scattered across this one country. Fact 19. Between 30% and 40% of India's population follows a vegetarian diet, giving the country the largest number of non-meat eaters on Earth combined. This tradition has sparked an incredible variety of flavorful, protein-rich vegetable dishes using lentils, paneer, dairy, and spices. It proves you don't need meat to create some of the world's most diverse and satisfying food cultures. Fact 20. The Chale Cricket Ground in Himachal Pradesh sits at 2,444 meters above sea level, making it the highest cricket stadium in the world, built back in 1893. Players enjoy breathtaking Himalayan views while batting and bowling on this remote pitch. Cricket's passion reaches even the tallest peaks in India, turning sport into an almost spiritual experience. Fact 21. The ancient Lapakshi temple in Andhra Pradesh features a famous hanging pillar among its 70 stone columns. One pillar doesn't actually touch the floor, and visitors can slide paper or cloth underneath to prove it. This architectural mystery has puzzled engineers and pilgrims for centuries. Many believe divine forces keep it suspended in midair. Fact 22. In the village of Shani Shingnapur in Maharashtra, most homes have door frames, but no actual doors or locks, because residents trust that the deity Shani protects the entire community from theft. Remarkably, no major robberies have been reported for hundreds of years. It's a rare living example of faith-based security that challenges our modern obsession with locks and alarms. Fact 23. India's film industry, including Bollywood and regional cinemas, produces between 1,500 and 2,000 feature films every year, more than double Hollywood's annual output. This nonstop storytelling machine entertains billions across languages and cultures. From song and dance spectacles to intense dramas, Indian cinema is the world's busiest dream factory. Fact 24. Indian households collectively own more gold than the official reserves of the United States, Germany, and Switzerland combined, representing about 11% of all the gold ever mined on Earth. Much of this wealth sits in family jewelry passed down through generations. Gold isn't just decoration here. It's a trusted form of savings and cultural heritage. Fact 25. The Brihadeshwara Temple in Tamil Nadu was the first structure in the world built entirely from granite, a stone notoriously hard to carve and shape. Its 80-ton capstone was positioned at the top without modern machinery, likely using clever ramps and elephant power. This 1,000-year-old engineering marvel still stands as proof of ancient India's architectural genius. Fact 26. Yoga originated in India over 5,000 years ago as a complete system for physical health, mental clarity, and spiritual growth, with Rishikesh now called the yoga capital of the world. Millions practice its poses and breathing techniques globally for stress relief and wellness. What began as an ancient discipline has become one of India's greatest gifts to modern life. Fact 27. The concept of zero as both a placeholder and an actual number was formally developed by the Indian mathematician Aryabhata, revolutionizing mathematics forever. Without zero, advanced algebra, calculus, and computer programming would be impossible. This single digit changed how humanity counts, calculates, and builds technology. Fact 28. The Gir Forest National Park in Gujarat is the only place on Earth where Asiatic lions still roam in the wild, thanks to dedicated conservation that has slowly increased their numbers. These slightly smaller, less maned lions once roamed much farther, but now survive only here. It's a precious wildlife success story unique to India. Fact 29. India is the only country in the world where both wild tigers and wild lions live naturally within the same national borders, creating an unmatched ecological diversity. Tigers prowl forests and grasslands while lions rule open savannas in different regions. This rare coexistence makes India a living showcase of big cat heritage. Fact 30. Loktak Lake in Manipur is famous for its fumdus, floating islands made of tangled vegetation, soil, and organic matter that can be so large they support entire ecosystems. One of these fumdus hosts the world's only floating national park, home to endangered deer and birds. It's like nature built its own drifting continents right in the middle of a freshwater lake. Fact 31. Jaipur is known as the Pink City because in 1876 the Maharaja ordered every building in the old city painted terracotta pink to welcome the Prince of Wales, a color symbolizing hospitality in Rajasthani tradition. Local laws still require structures to maintain that signature hue today. The entire old quarter glows like a permanent warm sunset. Fact 32. The Jantar Mantar Observatory in Jaipur contains the world's largest stone sundial, standing 27 meters tall and accurate to within 2 seconds for local time. Built in the 18th century, this massive instrument helped astronomers track celestial movements with incredible precision. It's ancient high-tech carved entirely from stone and still functional. Fact 33. Mumbai's Dabbawalas deliver approximately 200,000 home-cooked lunches to office workers every weekday, using a color and symbol coding system so efficient that Harvard Business School has studied it as a model of near-perfect logistics. Mistakes are extraordinarily rare despite no computers or GPS. This human-powered network keeps an entire city fed hot and on time. Fact 34. The University of Taxila, founded around 700 BCE, is considered one of the world's first true universities, attracting students from across Asia to study over 60 subjects ranging from medicine to philosophy. It operated like a global campus long before modern higher education existed. Taxila represents India's ancient position as a center of worldwide learning. Fact 35. Sanskrit is one of the oldest continuously documented languages, often called the mother of many languages, because it influenced Latin, Greek, and even English vocabulary through shared ancient roots. It remains used in religious ceremonies, classical literature, and is one of India's 22 official languages. Its precise grammar and structure still fascinate linguists today. Fact 36. India grows over 1,000 different varieties of mangoes and produces nearly half of the world's total supply, earning the fruit its title as the king of fruits. From tiny sweet types to giant juicy ones, mango season is a national celebration of flavor and color. No other country comes close to this level of mango diversity. Fact 37. During every national election, a special polling booth is set up deep inside Gir Forest National Park for a single voter, a reclusive priest who lives alone in a remote temple. This ensures even the most isolated citizen can exercise their democratic right. It's democracy taken to its most extreme and inclusive level. Fact 38. Ornamental buttons carved from seashells were first used by the Indus Valley Civilization more than 5,000 years ago, originally as jewelry or symbols of status rather than clothing fasteners. These tiny artifacts show early creativity in personal adornment. They eventually evolved into the everyday buttons we use today. Fact 39. Chess originated in 6th century India as Chaturanga, a game that simulated a four-part army with pieces representing infantry, cavalry, elephants, and chariots. It spread to Persia and then Europe, gradually transforming into modern chess rules. Every checkmate traces its strategy back to ancient Indian battle tactics. Fact 40. The Statue of Unity in Gujarat stands 182 meters tall, making it the tallest statue in the world and dwarfing even the Statue of Liberty. Dedicated to independence leader Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, it can be seen from dozens of miles away. This colossal tribute symbolizes national unity carved in steel and concrete. Fact 41. Indian Railways employs over 1.2 million people directly, making it one of the largest single organizations in the world by workforce size, bigger than the population of many countries. It moves billions of passengers and vast freight across the subcontinent daily. This giant network literally keeps India connected and moving. Fact 42. The Taj Mahal's white marble changes color throughout the day due to how it reflects sunlight, appearing pinkish at dawn, dazzling white at noon, and golden under moonlight. This shifting beauty adds emotional depth to its already romantic story. Visitors often return at different times just to witness the transformation. Fact 43. In 2009, India's Chandrayaan-1 lunar mission became the first to provide definitive evidence of water molecules on the moon's surface, a discovery that reshaped our understanding of Earth's closest neighbor. This finding opened doors for future missions planning lunar bases and resource use. It started with humble rocket beginnings and reached cosmic importance. Fact 44. The Kumbh Mela festival attracts tens of millions of pilgrims to sacred riverbanks, making it the largest peaceful human gathering ever recorded, visible even from orbiting satellites. People come for spiritual cleansing and community in this massive temporary city. Its sheer scale shows the enduring power of shared faith. Fact 45. The Golden Temple in Amritsar runs the world's largest free community kitchen, serving hot, nutritious meals to over 100,000 people every single day through almost entirely volunteer effort. Everyone eats together on the floor regardless of background, religion, or status. This Longar tradition embodies equality and selfless service at an unimaginable scale. Fact 46. India maintains one of the world's lowest divorce rates, around 1%, thanks to deep cultural emphasis on family commitment, long-term relationships, and social support systems. While urban areas see gradual change, marriage is still viewed as a lifelong bond for most. This statistic highlights values that prioritize harmony over individual convenience. Fact 47. The Indian Ocean is the only major ocean named after a specific country, reflecting India's central role in maritime trade routes connecting East Asia, Africa, and the Middle East for millennia. It has shaped economies, cultures, and explorations throughout history. No other ocean carries a nation's name so directly. Fact 48. Several Indian cities now build roads using shredded recycled plastic mixed with bitumen, creating surfaces that are more durable, water-resistant, and longer-lasting than traditional asphalt. While helping reduce plastic waste, this innovative approach turns environmental problems into stronger infrastructure. It's a practical step towards sustainable development. Fact 49. Varanasi, on the banks of the Ganges, is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth, with human settlement stretching back over 3,000 years. Mark Twain famously called it older than history itself. Pilgrims, traders, and families have lived, prayed, and died along these same ghats for millennia without interruption. Fact 50. India is home to over 1,600 dialects and 22 officially recognized languages, creating a linguistic diversity so vast that someone traveling from north to south may encounter completely different tongues within the same country. Yet this mosaic of voices unites under one national identity. It's a living testament to how unity can thrive amid incredible variety. If these 50 facts open your eyes to India's endless wonders, subscribe now so you catch every future deep dive. It's the easiest way to keep discovering hidden stories that make the world feel bigger and more amazing. Drop a like if any fact surprised you the most, and tell me in the comments which one blew your mind. Until next time, keep exploring.